Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5 and I got kind of an odd video today. I just recently bought me a double-edged razor. It's a Parker R22. It's a butterfly razor. And it's old school. Some of you may have seen my old school razor video. I actually filmed this video that I'm filming right now that morning, but the video didn't turn out, and so I wanted to redo the video. And what I'm going to do is I wanted to share my first experience shaving with this razor, but unfortunately that video didn't turn out. But while I'm shaving with this video, I'm going to attempt to talk about the Wilkinson Sword Company. Those are the razors I'm using, and just talk about a little bit of the history of Wilkinson Sword Company, and you know, just have a little chit chat. I'm using a brand new razor. I'm told I could have used my old razor that I just threw away. Basically, just twist this knob and it opens up. You grab your razor, and let's see if I can get this in frame. You just slide it over the top, turn it again, and your razor is now armed and dangerous. Not really dangerous, but it's armed. I already made my lather. I'm using CO Bigelow. It's the only legitimate shaving cream that I can get without going online. I do have a shaving soap that I did get online when I bought my set, but I thought I'd go ahead and use this because I think it'll be a little bit easier. Let's see, I don't know if you can see that well. Alright, let's see. I'm in frame. Got a little bit of beard. It's not as wild as it was when I first did the video. Let's see, gonna wet my face a little bit. That feels good. It really does. Okay, I think I'm significantly lathered up. By the way, I'm using a boar's hair brush. It's not the best brush in the world, but it was cheap. And I don't have a whole lot of money to spend on a badger hair brush. Let's see. Anyways, the Wilkinson Sword Company was founded in 1772, and oh yeah, and they originally produced swords. That's why it's called Wilkinson Sword Company. And they probably produced the swords that George Washington used when he was in the British Army. I'm putting a little bit too much pressure on my face, but that's okay. I'll ease up. And probably, maybe the swords he used during the Revolutionary War in the Continental Army. And they produced swords for a while. They started producing gardening tools and they made bayonets and typewriters, motorcycles, and probably one of the more famous creations. They were the ones who produced the Fairbairn Sykes dagger, which I'd really love to make a video about, but I'm not going to do it until I have a reproduction of a Fairbairn sock staggle to put in front of the camera to talk about. But the Fairbairn sock staggle, if you don't know, is pretty much the Special Forces designed knife. It was made for the British Commandos. It had a bunch of offshoots, as far as different variants of it and different kind of. It inspired a lot of different knives that were used in the military during World War II and Vietnam. And it continues to inspire the creation of military daggles today because they're constantly trying to fix the problem that the Fairbairn sock staggle had. Anyways, they forced safety razor, not the stainless steel safety razor blade in 1965. I think Gillette had the patent for it, so they pretty much dominated the market with their safety razors. But that was where Wilkinson Sword Company kind of got out of the battlefield and into the lives of daily men, citizen men and women. And they continued to produce swords up until 2005, where they sold their sword making equipment to a German company, WKC, which is an abbreviation for some German name that I can't pronounce. Trying not to nick myself. And they sold their gardening tool company division to Fiscals. I think Fiscals owns it, but I think the factory's still in England. The razors, like the razor that I'm using in this, they were actually made in Germany. I don't know if they're made in Solingen, but because it doesn't say Solingen, and I'd have to guess if it was made in Solingen, that would be a good selling point, and they would actually put it on the package. But those safety razor blades and the razors in general are made in Germany now. But the razors, well, the Wilkinson Sword Company itself is now owned by Energizer Holdings, I think that's what it's called. And they produce, obviously, these safety razor blades, but they also produce cartridge and disposable razors, the modern razors that most of y'all are used to. Don't want to forget that area. And it's hard to shave and talk at the same time, especially with this, because it's so new to me. But something interesting for those of you who are here in the States or in Australia, you might not see a lot of Wilkinson Sword Company products. The company that owns Wilkinson Sword Company is the same company that owns Schick. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Schick Hydro. Or yeah, Schick. And that's the razor that I use before I started using this. And so all the Wilkinson Sword Company razors that are sold in the United States and Australia, and I think maybe Russia, are branded Schick. And I'm fixing to re-level up and go on my second pass. And all the Wilkinson Sword Company razors that are sold in Europe are branded Wilkinson Sword Company. Now, Wilkinson Sword Company has just recently released some budget disposable razors in the United States branded Wilkinson Sword Company. That's pretty recent. I think it was, I can't remember what date it was. It was in the 2000s, pretty recently. Let's see if I can look that up real quick. And of course my hands are wet, so I can't swap my phone unlocked. But anyways, it's very recent that they did this. So you might see a little bit of disposable razors labeled Wilkinson Sword Company, but you're not going to see the big razors or the more expensive ones. They're going to be labeled thick. Now I need to get my shave on before this dries, because my last video my shaving cream dried because I was talking so much. So far I haven't nicked myself, which is good. What am I doing? I'm going with the grain. Let me re-lather up. I'm supposed to go across the grain or against the grain. This is only my second time doing this. Let's try going across the grain. I nicked myself though. Yeah, it's not bad. It's only my second time using a safety razor. The only other old style razor I've ever used was a straight razor. And that was a horrifying experience. First off, I have shaky hands. I've always have. It's something that it affects my shooting, and my handwriting. It's just, I have to deal with it. But also, I bought a vintage straight razor. We sharpened it on the Spyderco Sharp Maple, and we stropped it on newspaper because we didn't have a strop. And stropping on newspaper might be fine for knives, just for a quick strop, but I can tell you it was very uncomfortable to shave with. It felt like a rake. I cut myself all to heck, and it was not a fun experience. I wouldn't mind giving it another try if I had a strop, but right now it's not high on my priority list. So I'm not gonna get one anytime soon. Yeah, a little nick there. It's not bad. You should have seen my last video. I took a chunk off of my chin right there. Now we're going to try going against the grain on my forward pass. Alright, against the grain. Getting my left side has proven difficult for me. Ow! Got myself pretty good. Let's watch Satsu 5 cut himself. Because he's emo. I'm joking, I'm not emo. Although I did go to school with a gothic kid, and supposedly calling them emo is like the ultimate insult. This right here at my jawline isn't quite shaven, so I'm going to make a fourth pass. And I forgot to bring my styptic pen with me. Yeah, it's mostly my jawline that I'm having problems with. I hate using that styptic pen, it burns like hell. Sorry it's quiet. Kind of ran out of things to talk about. think I'm going to have to go a different direction around here. Yeah, that's the direction I need to go. Yeah, I can hear the difference. I think this is going to be my last pass and I'm going to call it done. Who knows how long this video is going to be. I don't have an alcohol-free aftershave, so that ought to be exciting to try that aftershave out with these cuts. I'm probably going to skip that step. But I'd say, excluding that major nick right there, this was a successful shave. Got nick there, there. Usually it's towards the end of my shaves when I'm trying to get that last bit of stubble. It's when I get in trouble. But I'm pretty happy with it. And it was pretty enjoyable. You know, the nicks, that one nick, the rest of them you don't even feel. You don't feel any tug or pull. When I first shaved with this, I didn't even know I was taking hair off. I was rubbing it on my face. I was like, is this thing really working? And I looked at it and there was hair on the razor. I was like, huh, I guess it's working. I'm not used to having something glide across my skin and hair magically disappearing. That's really what it was like. And, oh man, I got myself pretty good. Not like bad good, but just multiple times. but it was enjoyable. Yeah, I can't really explain it. It's not as easy as a cartridge razor, but it was. It felt better than most of the cartridge razors I use. I still like my Strict Hydro, but I don't think it's as enjoyable as this. And this is like the second time I shaved in a year. Before here recently, I was just using clippers, and I was just buzzing my beard short, but not off. And it feels good to have smooth skin. So that's it. I hope I didn't bore you to death too much. Hope you learned something. And that's it. I'm a Satsu 5, and I'm out.